Hey YouTube, it's Virtuous Woman here to do an update. I am doing very well. Excuse me that I look tired. It has nothing to do with my surgery. It's just because I am tired. I don't have the opportunity to do videos as much as I would like, uh, just because life is very busy. And I am self-employed. Well, I have a business, and it keeps me running. So I did want to check in because I know I have some people who just want to know how things are going, and I don't want you to think that I've run off or deserted you guys, but I'm doing great. I weigh in at anywhere between 176 and 183, and I'm really happy with that. I guess I'm in maintenance. Um, I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm in maintenance. I'm happy. I'm comfortable with the weight I'm at. I could. I wanted to be in the 170s. I said in another video, and I'm kind of there. I teeter-tot a little bit depending on where I am in the month. If it's hot, if I'm near my cycle, I'll kind of go up to the high end and then back down. Maybe I could stand to lose, another maybe 6-7 pounds. But as far as the way I look, I'm happy. My clothes size, I'm large tops, medium. And then in my pants, I wear a like 12 dress pants. I just went down to a 12 because 14s were just getting too loose. Jeans, 14s are comfortable. Jeans usually run a little smaller. I haven't tried a 12. I have so much skin around my belly that I could do it, but it might make my belly roll over the edge of the jeans, and that's not a cute look. So I'd rather have a little bit more room so it's more flat, and it just looks more attractive. So that's where I'm at with weight. My good friend, had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy about 7 weeks ago, and she's doing great. She asked me questions like, not really wanting to eat because of the way it makes you feel at first. And for me, I kind of related to how I would imagine a snake would feel after eating. You know how they eat and then they have this big lump in their stomach and it's like they're slow and they kind of need to wait and let it digest. That's how I was feeling right after surgery and, progressing into the months following. But it did go away. And that's what I told her. I said, I feel better now. I can eat, or maybe I know how to manage it better now. I know my limits. I know when to stop. I know when to wait. Where before you're still learning, you're learning about your new stomach. You're learning how to adjust to it and how foods make you feel. Now, even now, I have some foods that I know I don't do well with. One being broccoli. Broccoli bothers me. I don't eat broccoli anymore unless it's like mashed, cooked down into like a soup. I guess it's just too much fiber or it's just too rough and I can't handle it. So no broccoli for me. And that had never been an issue before. My mom, as you all know, had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. She's well over a year out. She did lose, but she's just didn't do as well as I did. One being that she's over 65 years old, so we knew going in her results would probably be slower. But my mom fights against it. She eats cookies and boxes of cookies and peanuts and just constantly, not just like let me have a little snack. She'll just want to eat. I don't think she lost enough of her adrenaline, to be honest. So I don't know what to do about her. And she keeps saying, "Oh, you're so small. You did so well." And I'm like, yeah, well, it's not even too late. I mean, I know you lose most in the first 2 years, but it's like it's not too late. Now you have a tool. Now you just have to use it. I do think in the first 2 years, it seems to be just easier to control. But after that, it's like just a tool that can just help limit the capacity that you can consume. So yeah, we'll just have to pray for her, and we gotta get walking or something. But aside from that, I had a question about snacking and hunger, and I do notice that I have more of an appetite than I had right after surgery. kind of like, you know, you might have a taste like, ooh, I want some this or that. Where before I didn't even care if I ate. So I feel that coming back a bit more, but I'm not alarmed by it. But with the snacking, what I try to do is replace some foods with like fruits. Like for me, I like grapes. So grapes are even a good late night snack for me. You know, you get a little bushel of them, pop a few in, and I mean, it feels good. It's sweet. It's got a little bite to it. For me, that's a better alternative than chips. Um, if you want chips, or if I want chips, I'm just gonna eat chips. I mean, I'm not gonna deprive myself, but instead of, you know, sitting there with a big bag, I mean, you get the little snack size. I don't have any, but the little snack size. And I try to get the sun chips or baked chips over the regular old fattening, greasy potato chips. So that's my advice for that. Just to try to find some healthy snacks like nuts, or like my sister just got me some almonds because I told her they are a good snack because they have a good amount of protein, especially if you get the ones that don't have a lot of salt in them, which I can't handle that. I gotta have something. Then it's just better than having chips. And sometimes, you know, that crunch, it satisfies because you just want to bite down into something. But that's how I deal with that. And, you know, I don't deprive myself. If I want some, I have it, but I only eat a little bit. Maybe pack up the rest for another time. If I want a cookie, I'm going to eat a cookie. I'm just not going to eat 3 cookies. I just have one. So that's all I have on that. I don't know. I'll stand up so you can kind of see. Nothing's really changed in my opinion. I feel like I'm just at a really comfortable place. I got my hair highlighted because I didn't like the way it was before, and it's a kind of a short little cut still, like that, recut. So that's kind of fun, different look. Still weird when people see you. I forget now. I mean, I'm approaching 2 years out, and it's so normal for me now. Where at first, you know, everything was weird, but now people who really haven't seen me, they just go, "Oh my God," or haven't seen me since right after surgery. What are you doing? I keep going, remember I had surgery. I told you. What? No, you didn't? Oh my gosh. So that's still kind of weird, just seeing people who haven't seen you or haven't seen you in 30 pounds, and now they see you again. Okay. Now, one thing I would like to add is that I went to Universal Studios last week. And boy, was that a good time. I mean, you guys know, being heavy is scary. You don't know if you can fit in the carts. You don't know if the thing is going to come over you. It was so nice. That was my first time doing a roller coaster. It was so nice not having to worry about that. I could fit. Not a problem. No, I mean, my hips used to be hugging the edges for the ones that are like box carts, and you got to fit. Everything was fine. Everything was just so much fun. I'm a roller coaster person. I love riding roller coasters, and I had gotten so big. I actually, I used to live north, and I went to Cedar Point, which is the most awesome roller coaster place. And I had sat down one time to get on a roller coaster, and I couldn't fit. And that is so embarrassing. And I got off. They were waiting. Like, there was two. It was a guy. It was a big guy. I mean, to me, in my mind, I think he was bigger than me, but he didn't have boobs and such. But they squeezed him in. And I'm like, okay, well, surely, you know, I'm suck it in. I can get in. They could not get it to close. And it was, I think it's called a Twister. It was one of the newer ones at that time. And I was with my ex-husband when we were married. And I just looked at him. He was like, well, I'll get off with you. And I said, no, I was just so embarrassed. I can't even. It's like you want to just go in the ground, and then the whole roller coaster and all the people lined up have to watch you just take your walk of shame because your fat behind can't fit in. So embarrassing. So I'm happy to come a long way from that. You know, another thing, and I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this, but I always wonder, you know how you get that little funny feeling in the pit of your belly when you're on a ride and it goes up and down? That has diminished for me. And I don't know if that really comes from your stomach, or I don't know where that feeling comes from. But having less of a belly, it diminished, which is kind of good because you enjoy the ride a little bit more. I still felt it, but not like I used to feel, and you feel like, oh, it's less. But anyhow, so here I am, and see, there's that belly. I've had 3 children, so it's loose there. So eventually, I'll probably take it off. I'm wanting to have 1 more baby, and after that, I'm gonna tuck it in. Oh, I guess that would have been better, so you can see. I don't know. Some days I still feel like I'm a big girl, but I don't think I am. I'm confused. But anyway, YouTube, that's my update. I've got to follow up and catch up on some videos. Just be in touch if you have any questions, and I will try to touch in a little bit more. Okay. Love ya.